EA Sports. It's in the game. You talk about a big play. Hey, you don't get any bigger than that.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC match. The NFL on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Cincinnati Bengals. We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey,
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes. The 40-yard line.
The tackle made by Mike Hilton. It's a gain of 10. First down, Seahawks.
Come on. Tiger.
Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now Gino on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use momentum to launch another one.
A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. Tariq Woolen in on the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Let's go now.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Throwing now is Gino. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Off of play action, here's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him working his way free across the middle. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing again is Smith. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Okay, break. Here we go.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He's able to call his own number for 8 that time, but it leaves him with a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get, so he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 41.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go? No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30, the 40, past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach, his head coach, to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Mixon with a first down carry. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work. But when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises. And he's running with terrific ability right now.
Back to Mixon on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. 11.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
11.
They'll give it to Mixon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to move back in front. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They're going to try and run. And he will find the end zone here. And the lead moves up to 7. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do with a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if a team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think.
And he's loose again. 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Jamar Chase. 72 yards. And the Bengals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. On first down, it's Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Myers connects on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on second and long. Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. This time they stay on the ground. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. A tie game. I don't think anybody in this building, including you or I, was expecting that.
No, I would agree with that totally. I didn't expect to see it at all, but I kind of like where they were going with this. You know, as you said, tie game, trying to steal a possession, steal an advantage, and you told your defense at the half you were going to do it, which also told them that you had confidence in them in case it failed, as that one just did.
And now you've given good field position here to start the third quarter. Now Burrow on first down. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 59 yards. And the Bengals have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
19 tight.
Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Flushed out right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, Smith. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Walker now on first and 10. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guy.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.